monkey I found. I found a little monkey. It's your dad. It's your dad. I raised that price because I had to, okay, kid? Wasn't going to be profitable without it. You'll understand someday. EQ rallied like crazy.
You're welcome for the happy packs.
You're privileged to watch me. You're privileged. It's riveting to watch me. Even watching me eat lunch is riveting. The key thing when you're shorting with no hedge, I don't know if you know this, the key thing is to be right. Please don't say naked short, because that's not what that is. Naked shorting is shorting without a borrow. That's a totally different thing. I've mostly been working on my company. I think it's pretty likely that the publications that have come out are not fully accurate. If I have time to write a short report part 2, I will. But we are days away from this data. I'm not sure exactly what you're asking, chill guy. Obviously, any investor in our company can meet me anytime they want. But you mean of other companies? I'm doing something called work. Money matters when you're a little older, 30s. But in their 20s, late teens and 20s, looks, muscle, confidence, arrogance. You know what they say, first money, the worst money. When you need it, you need it. 𝗠𝗿𝗄𝗧𝗏 from the Gundo with the 500. What? Enthropic's paying 1.5 billion? Sarcoidosis isn't a severe disease. You have to meet the primary endpoint. You can't. The only time you get approval. What's the word when something is caused by the therapy? Iatrogenic. Well, they have to meet the primary endpoint, which they did not meet in phase 2. That's not good. When you don't meet your primary endpoint in phase 2, makes you think you're going to meet it in phase 3. How'd that work? How'd it work go? I'm in my Meek Mill era. Meek Mill is the new AI startup CEO. You guys want to do a JV with Meek Mill? Meek Mill is a startup CEO. He started an AI company. You want to do a JV with him? I know some people that know him. Joint venture, dog. True. I already told him I could roll up on him with 100 nerd goons and build whatever he wants. No, the more patients, it's easier to meet a primary endpoint when you have more patients. The problem is you have to have an effect. This is what happened with 𝗂𝗧𝗏. People say, well, if I almost met the p-value here, I'm definitely going to meet the p-value there. Now this happened with the 𝗥𝗀𝗏 drug. Remember, I did videos on that. Tissues of patients with pulmonary sarcoidosis. In effect, here's my point, I guess. This is a Shkreli biotech teaching, coming to you exclusive. You can only say a therapy has an effect if you had a p-value of less than 0.01, okay? And in that trial, it was well-balanced baselines, and the mechanism of action makes sense. They're all necessary. I should do something. Really do something cool. Teach you young blood something, man. Should I trust this data? It's a flow chart. How do I make can I make a flow? Yeah, I can use Miro. I use Miro, man. It's an online whiteboard. Which one the game, man? I don't have Snap in my portfolio. I like the gambling style 𝗓𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏. How many drug stocks do you bet on normally a year? Just go to the casino. At least at the casino they don't judge you. I might drop short report 2 if I have time. Or just put the S&P 500 in there. Every time we warn people about the biotech binaries, they're like, I know better. This is my first biotech. I'm good, bro. I'm not an idiot. Watch this. People are always like, it's a 50-50. It might work, it might not. Yeah, ATYR basic idea here is the drug was poorly designed. Its therapeutic hypothesis, how they kind of thought about approaching this situation, was kind of built on some really flimsy ideas. That's core piece 1. Core piece 2 is The drug binds a target that doesn't do anything. So it can't really affect the disease. No drug has really affected this disease. And 𝗕𝗅𝗄𝗏 is that the data for the drug shows that it doesn't work. It's really bad, man. Like, I almost couldn't pick a worse stock. I don't care what you do, I feel bad for people, but I'll take all the money you got, no problem. Buy as much as you want. Martin Shkreli, take money all times, anywhere, any place. My middle name is Get Money. I named my kid Easy Money Stacks. You don't respect money. I'm gonna take your money, I'll respect it for you, don't worry. Get to the money at all times. Fell asleep 3 a.m. Woke up at 6 a.m. Excited. I told Twerk, listen kid, I love you and everything, time to get to work. Turn off stock lending with your broker to cut his potential stocks to short. Wow. My code, I check to make sure my code does not break prod. Did it break prod? Who here in this office has broken prod? Raise your hand. You got that, cameraman? Raise your hand if you broke prod at Godel DL software. There's hands raised out there. I see hands raised out there where the developers work. Raise your hand if you've broken prod. Raise your hand if you've shipped value-added features. Raise your hand if you've created tremendous client satisfaction. Raise your hand if you've created shareholder value. Raise your hand if you know ATYR is going to fail. You guys can raise it too. Raise it up. Raise it up. We have CI/CD. I test on the Versailles deployment. It's not like it's totally YOLO. No, I can't really tell you much about crude oil futures. Yeah, I mean the puts will probably print, but I just wouldn't. ABVX almost 84. Hope you guys made some money. They call me country, they call me dumb, and I stand sure both. Yes sir on both. Yes sir. Country dumb. Country Dumb Capital Management, how may I help you? Country Dumb Capital, how may I forward your call? Oh, you like the dumb department? Okay, hold on one second. You want the country department? Well, that serves me. I'm gonna help you. This here's Tweedle. They call me Tweedledee. My brother's Tweedledum. Now you know how it works. Dollar Tree's already down 7%, but Algo says it's going to keep dropping. Look at 𝗠𝗏, we're roaring back. Look at that. All the semi stocks are down. It loves every semi stock right now. I don't know why. Mean reversion. This is where you want data hedging. Still short ATYR. Not changed my mind. I love it. I secretly love it all along. So let's see. I can do. This is still not fully working, but the main point of it works, which is type in the position that I'm in. 𝗬𝗎. Should be able to change this to it right now. 2025. What is it? 9. 3, 11, 50. See if this works. Oh yeah, there's also, we are short ATYR. It's a biotech clinical trial, man. These things always fail, bro. Come on. I act like I'm such a genius, but these things always fail, man. Come on. We do have research. It's still a product. We're still rolling out, having discussions with all the investment banks, getting their approvals and whatnot, and sending them that cash money. Listen, Shkreli does Shkreli, okay? I don't do baby. I don't do wifey. I do me. The latest. Did I show this yesterday? I don't think it was available. It was a little bean. Easy Money Stacks. He's gonna be a robber for Halloween. I'm gonna get him a bandana, a little gun, a little deuce. You know what I mean? We call it stick-up kid. Instead of a teardrop tattoo, you could have a little bottle tattoo. Stick him up. Give me all your milk. forgive me for getting angry for a second, on 𝗠𝗔𝗬𝗣 and all that stuff, is they truly think there's a conspiracy that I get about their 500 shares. Bro, the thing trades like crazy. Trade 2 million shares a day. You really think your 1,000 shares selling is going to change the price? Oh, you're trying to shake me out my shares. Man, who are you laughing to? I wanted to convince somebody to sell. I go to the big hedge funds that own it. I don't know who at Fidelity has it, but keep in mind Fidelity's got a big book. But yeah, I mean, it's a lot of it. Fido, I don't know why Fido has this. Don't know why Federated has it. Not good, man. Not good. I don't know why Fidelity and Federated have it. That's on them. Protect yourself at all times. I didn't hit him with the dirty shot. I'd like to thank God for this victory. I'd like to thank my sponsors. I'd like to thank 𝗠𝗔𝗬𝗣 for his money. I'd like to thank Matt Nacktrap still. I'd like to thank 𝗥𝗙𝗀𝗘𝗢. We touched gloves, hit him with the right, and that's all she wrote. Atyr! Okay, there we go. So this is what I was expecting. Now, I just need to... Now I'll do the pull request. I think people hear about it and they want the quick gamble. That's when I do the pull request. Alright, so you can see these lines are the other... You're not supposed to really ban Lotion Man, because if you ban Lotion Man, he's gonna probably possess your soul. So just be careful. Yeah, the thing about Lotion Man is he's kind of dangerous. He's like a real demon, man. Like, he's a real, yeah. Yeah, if you guys don't know Lotion Man, he was around like 10 years ago. He's basically, you know the lore? Yeah. I mean, not much is known about him, but he basically is this, like, schizophrenic, really weird here. He showed up a while back. He wrote me in jail too. He's like very odd. He's like super esoteric. It's hard to find anything about Lotion Man. Like 666? I don't know. You get some weird videos. Oh yeah, maybe like Meat. He's like a really weird dude. No, I'm not trolling. He's a crazy guy. Lotion Man. Yes, here it is. Oh my god. This is him. Yeah, he's got all these doll heads and stuff.
You see it more and more in the media, where you see girls who look like me, who are bigger.
No, he's a bad person. Girls love him. They're like, oh, we want to go to a dance party with Lotion Man. I'm like, he's gonna kill you. He's literally gonna kill you. That's him. You see he's like, he wears like clown outfits and... You see him dancing? Waving? When you ban Lotion Man, you probably created some kind of demonic problem for yourself. Yeah, he's real. He's 100% real. They say he's a schizophrenic, like, we did some research because it was obviously creepy. They say he's a schizophrenic guy who lives in California. And we used to be part of this online community called Blab. And he would just show up and it'd be like, Lotion Man, go away, bro. Touch, eat, meat. Like, you're not touching me, bro. It's like, I'd be like, demon spawn. Touch meat, yes. It's pretty creepy. But then the chicks would be like, no, he's cool. I'd be like, he's not cool. He's an intergalactic demon. Stop it. They'd be, he's misunderstood. Not misunderstood. Yeah, I tried to exorcise him once. I used the Vatican's manual. Yeah, so there's more videos. A lot of them, thank God, have been deleted.
This is the quickest way to clear out stuck.
Yeah, he'd also talk about tickling. I thought he disappeared forever, but he came back, and then somebody banned him. No, I'm dead serious. He's like schizophrenic, paranoid, like, I thought he died. I think he just goes in and out of schizophrenia and like different mental hospitals. Better stay away from me and my family, I'll tell you that. I'm not playing no more, I got a kid. I think IMNB was almost better than ATYR. ATYR is worse than IMNB. Yeah, they had a reason to think, inflammation, Alzheimer's related, totally reasonable. Lots of people think that. Okay, so here I'm not going to make this trade because the edge is really low. The probability the stock will be up is 20% according to this. But let me increase the sample size and see what changes, if anything. I also want to add more stocks. And they're supposed to be low. Like, normally there shouldn't be lots of opportunities in the market, right? Like, it would be weird if every trade was like high probability, even on thousands of stocks. Yeah, it's 4 billion, that we're looking at is the denominator. As you put up the sample size, the edge goes like infinitesimally lower, but every now and then you get high probability. There's 𝗕𝗰𝗘 as long. Basically probability of winning multiplied by expected return. And I trained the model on relatively small time frames. Oh, is there a toggle? This is what's called localhost. It's where every website starts. Yeah, so it basically is Euclidean distance. So it just matches for vector similarity. So, oops. Here, let me show you. If you zoom in really close, maybe you can see it. Yeah, there you go. See those vectors? Those lines? The white line is Amgen. Last year for those 10 minutes. Or 30 minutes? 30 minutes. However many minutes you want, but in this case 30 minutes. And then the superimposed lines are the closest matches, the best fits out of billions of possibilities. And then those are the futures outcomes of those best fits. Now, causality and things like that are a whole other question, but you can increase the sample size. Let's see if we increase the number of neighbors. I think there's a limit to that too. Yeah, you can see, let's see, I don't think you can do this, but I'm sure I can do 100 neighbors. Yeah, you can, there you go. It's 100 futures there, and you can see this sort of becomes a thick line, but I like to be able to actually maybe do that in 3D or something. And yeah, it gives you this probability that the stock will be up in the next, in this case, 10 minutes. We could do also 45, pretty sure that work. It says 56%, 57% probability it'll be up by then. 500 closest fits. There's 52%. Yeah, I'm gonna be making some more long-term servers. I had to prepare the tuples. It's easier to do more long-term ones. It's not historical TA, but it's sort of like if you think a chart pattern's good and you put it in here and it's like, actually, this is what happened every time that chart pattern existed, and pretty much is not as good as you might think. Yeah, most things should try to be 50%. Yeah, so in Godel it's PAT, P-A-T, or PRT, which is pattern real time, which is really cool. Well, this isn't believing or not believing, it's just statistics. The last 30 minutes of the stock show me in the history of the stock market one of the last times that any other stock went through the same exact thing and what happened to those stocks. Yeah, futures and Bitcoin will do it. I mean, it's sort of a brand of statistical arbitrage, but we're gonna also, this is just V1, there's gonna be factors and things like that as well. Different time series approaches, LSTM, whatever. There's a lot of ways to do it. Language as well, you can peruse. This is, the self-similarity is gonna be a lot of fun. So this sort of minimum resolution is 1 minute, but I can create a tick level resolution for things like, obviously, futures or SPY or ES1, gold futures, whatever. There's no overfitting because it is just it's not a model. Models overfit when you adjust coefficients. There's no coefficients here. It's just, this is the best Euclidean distance. Now, if you added more, that's kind of the beauty of it. It's a real-time back test. This is a lot of compute. Many H100s. Yeah, crypto as well. Bitcoin, you could say, what were the last times that Bitcoin did exactly this? No, you don't want to overfit. Overfitting's bad. Overfitting basically means you have this very artificial result. So this question is basically out of 4 billion tuples, what is the average return of the 1,500 closest tuples? When I say tuple, I mean shape or vector or pattern. That's why P is pattern. It doesn't matter what the timestamp says if you click the real-time button. Yeah, Kurt, there's a little bit of gray pains there, but yeah, let me know what your settings were that led to that. Look at that, only a 17% chance booking is up in the next 10 minutes, but it's not a huge expected return. So I think it'll pass. That's kind of interesting. I actually don't like to use huge amounts of nearest neighbors, all vectors in stock market history. So Akshay, you think you're better than us because you're Indian, bro? It does, T-Sizzle. It's not a prod yet. I'm just gonna wrap it up right now. That's what I'm working on. Yeah, this is my hair. I don't dye it. You've been unemployed for a year. Did you go to college? Yeah, we have a lot of institutional clients. My biggest long is irrelevant because I'm going all in ATYR. But yes, those two. The problem is he says he's gonna tickle you, but he has meat hooks for hands. They're not hands, they're hooks. So he's like, tickle, and he's like, it's been years, literally been 10 years since we interacted with Lotion Man, so he goes way back, man. Sometimes if you say the word Lotion Man, even if your window is shut, the drapes will kind of blow in the wind, like, you know what I mean? Like there's like, bro, the window's shut, how's it doing that? Like, you know what? I'd make sure the door's locked. Well, people aren't gonna stop using Excel. It's kind of an important tool, but yeah, we have our own Excel in development. It's just, how are you gonna stop using Excel, you know what I mean? I don't trade options too much. I mean, you can buy puts like anything else, I mean.
Yeah, I love programming. Programming was maybe one of my first loves. I'm not that good at it, but it's another story.
Oh, did Neufeld, isn't that why it's called new, HER2 new? You're gonna be too early for watching if you're about to make a fortune or not, so. Y'all who are screaming, why is it so early? You don't go and watch after it comes out. You go and watch before it comes out. Man, don't make me crash out. Call me crash dummy.